One, we rolling.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Show and Tell After Dark. We talk about art, music, all things Boston, baby. I feel like I haven't started in a long time. It's been, what, a week?
Yeah, we missed last week.
Damn, I miss saying that. If this is your first time watching us, thank you for tuning in. If you've been with us before, welcome back. My name is Cricket Smith. I am one of the co-hosts on the show. I got my boy Tata to the left of me. I got my man Sean to the right.
What's good?
And I got Lelo the Leo.
Well, it's actually not Lelo the Leo. I want to explain that. I just put Lelo the Leo so girls stop asking me my zodiac sign. I'm not even.
It's like a combo.
Yeah. Like,
2 for 1.
just get it over with. It's like, have my date of birth in there too, like the same time and everything.
When I was Googling you,
Yeah.
I first looked up Lelo the Leo. I just Googled it. And what came up was a bunch of sex toys.
No.
Now the sponsorship bag.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
What does it look like?
No, it's all vibrating.
It's like
I want to know.
So I did not do that intentionally. I want to definitely clarify that. So
That's so funny.
my real official government name is, bleep this out, Leland. So I want to just my sister gave me the nickname Lelo growing up. I used to love watching Lilo and Stitch. So Lelo, she's like, oh, Lelo is my nickname. So I was like, I'm gonna make that my artist name. Give her some credit right
I
now.
like that.
So it's not Lelo the Leo,
Credit to you,
but
sis.
is it Lelo Quito?
Lelo Keto.
Keto.
Lelo Keto with the flow that's 3B low. You feel me?
What?
That's the whole name.
No. It's just Lelo.
What is like 7 nicknames?
Lelo.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for real.
And so you and Cricket know each other from before this,
Yes,
right?
but I can't remember how we met. How did we meet? Do you remember?
I don't.
I cannot remember for the life of me. I cannot remember.
It was Meek's music video.
Oh,
Yep.
show was.
Wait, where were you in that? Oh, wait. Which music video was this?
I don't even remember.
This is
the
Mikage, right?
song.
Yeah, Mikage. Yeah.
Mikage.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mikage.
What's her last name? Kage?
Nah, she just goes by Mikage.
Yo, I'm so
Oh,
glad. I never knew how to pronounce that.
Yo.
I'm so glad.
I'm like,
I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right.
I thought it was Meek Age. I thought it was Meek Age. Damn, show
Nah,
was.
I'm pretty
that was
sure,
in
pretty sure it has some
2018.
like Naruto like background in it, so I'm pretty sure it's Mikage.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Actually, you sound like you know.
No, for real.
That's etched in stone now. That's how you pronounce it.
And so, how do you guys know each other?
Oh, me and Sean? Bro, you want to tell that story?
Yeah, well, we went to college together, so
Nice.
it was like my roommate. I think was in one of your classes, Kevin, right?
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he was. You know, you were probably like my alcohol plug.
I was indeed the alcohol plug. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a fake ID since I was 17.
I was about to say, how did you get it?
The feds ain't watching, are they? So I literally had a fake ID since I was 17, and I was literally picking up $400, $500 worth of alcohol every day on the weekend. I had like a full alias around me. Like I was like, oh, I'm in a frat, and they're sending me to go pledge, like be the pledge to go pick up the alcohol. The reason I'm older is because I was in the military first.
Yeah.
I had a full alias.
No, I feel like the long stories aren't it though.
Yo, bro, but it wasn't like I did the whole thing at once. It was just like it developed over time.
You basically had a character that just.
Bro, like I was like
Exactly.
deep in character, bro. And the fucking craziest part about it is, I didn't realize after all that, I went back to that same liquor store after I turned 21. And the look she gave me when I handed her my real ID, she was like, "No, you lied." And I walked out. So I was like, "Oh, I didn't even get the stuff. I just walked out. I was like, oh my god, what have I done?" I shattered that whole woman's reality, bro. I'm not even lying to you.
That's funny. What was the drink of choice then?
Oh man, unfortunately, I would say straight like vodka.
This is like 1920, so
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you don't even have you still got to develop your.
Yeah, I didn't have a taste. I didn't have a taste for a palate for alcohol. Yeah.
So when you guys were in college, where were you in your artistic career? Both of you.
You go first.
So in my artistic career, I was definitely blooming. Meeting women, breaking hearts. That was definitely part of the experience. My heart was broken a couple times, and that's where I kind of started venturing into the poetry. and then the poetry kind of evolved into actually making the songs. So that's kind of where that evolved. I started creatively writing in high school, and then the experience of college helped me write more poetry. And yeah, it's just like one of those experiences that you just kind of roll with. Yeah.
For me, I come from a family that always played instruments growing up, like a lot of musicians. So I played guitar from a really young age, a little bit of piano, not too crazy. But when I got to college and my taste started developing differently, I was listening just to a lot more hip hop and just other genres. It's all right, and I'm in computer science, right? So I'm already using the computer all day. So I'm how can I kind of mend these two? One of my roommates had a friend who had every version of crack software you could think of, and so
Crack software.
just means pirated.
Free.
Oh, okay,
free.
okay.
Yeah.
Free 99.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Free.
So he hooked me up with a USB drive that had a cracked version of Fruity Loops, and then I just took off from there. That was sophomore year of college when I started making beats. But before that,
Nice.
I was always playing music, always listening to music.
And you guys were making music together at that time?
No, so let's back that up. So I was freshman, sophomore year. I was writing poetry, doing all that stuff, writing songs. I had the notebook full. Meanwhile, same thing is happening here. He's perfectly making beats at that time, right? Sophomore year.
Sophomore, junior year.
Sophomore, junior year. And then now I'm starting to go out poetry nights and stuff like that. Actually starting to perform my poetry, get in front of people and letting people hear it. And then junior year, I started going to actually do shows. After doing poetry, I did my first show, performing a rap song I wrote to an instrumental, was for 500 people at BU's talent show.
Just straight off the bat.
Just straight off the bat. I didn't
Deep
record
end.
this song. I literally just straight into the deep end.
How was that though?
It was nuts. I
You were sweating?
Oh no, I loved every second of it because
Okay.
I put it into almost like a stand up, and then I went into a song. So I did the song first, and then I did a stand up afterwards.
Nice.
That's what's up.
And it was wild because I didn't expect people to laugh at the stand up, so that's why I did the rap song first.
I was watching some of your videos on Instagram, and you are kind of a funny comedian type. So you said you were doing stand up and rapping as well at the same time.
No, not at the same time. I did the rap song first.
Okay.
Because I was I want to get that out the way because I love the song that I wrote, which is actually "Fly Away."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I went and I did the little stand up bit on the way out. I did acted like I was this. I was I set an alarm, so after I finished the song, it would run. I'm like, who is this calling me? And I'm walking. I'm who is it? Hello? Is this Obama? And I did an Obama voice behind stage and all that shit. It's you want to come and see me? He's and I just walked behind stage. Let me go get you. And I walked to the back and I came out and it's oh, hello, my fellow Americans.
Nice.
And I came back out and did a full-fledged Obama skit. It was funny as shit.
That's dope as hell.
Apparently. So yeah, 400 people. I just took it as a fucking gateway to run with. And meanwhile, this man was making heat.
Yeah.
Heat, literally.
Well, I had just started making beats, and it got to the point where I was after a while, I had kept so much music to myself, and I was I want to start just branching out with other people.
Hoarding.
Gotta
Yeah,
share it,
not
gotta
even
share
hoard.
it.
It wasn't from a place of hoarding. It was from a place of just not feeling confident enough that people would even mess
Gotcha.
with it. But I knew him. I'd met him already, and then we went to this was probably summer of 2018, 2017. We went to our friend Shane had a block party he does every summer in Dorchester, probably not far from here, honestly.
Yeah, it's 5-6 minutes.
And that's where we decided we're gonna make some tracks together. I remember there's a picture we have of that night where we just in the captions we're about to make this EP, and then we went from there and
Love
just
a good EP.
yeah, got started. That's where everybody starts.
And that's all at Wentworth, right? Wentworth.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
Yeah.
Before that, though, could you tell us about your artist origin? How did you start? How did you start as an artist? Start as a rapper? Start as a comedian? Or do you consider yourself a comedian?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Not no funny nigga. Not no funny nigga. So artist origin story, how I developed and became an artist, or how what are you trying to go for?
I can go first.
Yeah.
So for me personally, like I said, I was always just making music, and then there came to a point where I was I'm done overthinking. Like I was saying,
Right.
I'm done overthinking, done caring about what other people do. It's something I like doing.
Right.
I'm just gonna put myself out there and try to meet as many people. So my producer name is Over because I was I'm done overthinking about this. I'm
over it.
Yeah, I'm over it. Basically, I don't care what anybody else thinks, but this is what I love doing. So I'm just gonna start just putting it out, and then I just started just taking it like really seriously. It wasn't just like at the end of the day, let me make a beat for fun. It's like, this is like my second job. It feels like, cause like
That's
in a
what's
good
up.
way,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I'm like
in the best
I
way.
care about it that much, you know.
And when was that?
This was about a year. This was like last January.
Yeah.
Last January is when I'm flipping the switch and I'm going all in with this, because I met another engineer around here, Nick Tello, and he super smart guy. And he basically had a program that taught me how to like engineer stuff, because I can make beats, but it didn't sound like a professional song, you know what I'm saying? So he taught me all that stuff, and then it gave me the confidence to be like, I'm like, this is who I am, and I'm gonna just start making music with anybody and everybody.
That makes sense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He did it just like for free, like.
No, it wasn't for some
Not
free stuff.
free,
It was like
baby.
because he was on his own journey. It was like, I'm quitting my job. I'm doing music full time. I'm teaching. I'm like starting this program. He's like, you'll be one of the first people, but like, I know you're serious about it. Whatever. So yeah, no, I paid to do this, and honestly, it was one of the best investments I ever
Definitely.
made. It was a great investment.
Definitely.
We'd have one-on-one, and not only that. Because it's all on the internet, it's connected me with so many other artists, because there's like 30 other people that do it. And basically we would have these group calls as well, where we'd all just bounce ideas. And through that, I met so many other people that I've worked with too.
Clean.
Oof,
Yeah. So it's all about
that's
just
amazing.
building a community. That's
Right.
early on. That's the most important part.
And Lelo, I think I was talking to you on the phone. You told me that you started your artist career through heartbreak.
Yeah, through heartbreak. Yeah, for sure. Like literally.
Is that like high school puppy love?
Nah, really. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I did not really start doing my thing. I wasn't like confident in high school for some reason. So I started doing that in college, and that's kind of where the heartbreak started happening. And that's
And that
literally-
was, you said that was you getting your heart breaking?
yeah, me getting my heart broken. I'm a lover, bro. At the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
First,
First.
was was Lelo a simp in college?
I'm done.
Nah,
No.
honestly, nah. Like, I think he thinks he has some simp-like tendencies, but he's the man when he's out there.
Yo,
you know, I mean,
let me just keep it like this. I'm 50% simp, 50% simp, 50% pimp. You heard me?
Boy.
Spimp. Spimp.
I'm spimping. No, I definitely have modes where I go into.
Yeah.
So what was the heartbreak that kind of like thrusted you into kind of like writing songs, or kind of thrusted you into artistry?
Shout out to that girl in Cali that broke my heart, the Latina.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, bro, that's the reason I wrote that first track.
What was it called? What was the track called?
Oh no, that was oh fuck, I said her name.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very Latina.
No. Oh shit, I cannot say her last
We're,
name.
we're gonna bleep all this out.
Please, yeah, leave all that, please. Her last name was. I had her
Okay.
say it
Social
was like-
security number.
Her
is-
social security number is
California, all
XYZ. Make
that.
her life living hell for me, please. No, but like, I did have a thing for Latinos. I had a problem.
Nice.
But it just felt like everything was going right with this person, this girl. She was everything that I wanted. Like personality, her vibe, like way she dressed, like Doc Martin shorties. I love Doc Martin shorties with some mom jeans. My
Nice.
type of woman right there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And curly, buff, like bushy hair. You know what I mean? Like the whole nine. And during this whole process, we're getting to know each other. We're like, I thought we was falling in love. We apparently wasn't falling in love. She tells me, what was it? It was like 2 months after we started talking, 3 months after we started talking. She's like, I'm studying abroad and I'm leaving in a week.
Ooh,
Yo.
I was like,
all that team building for nothing.
I'm like, this is where you talk to the council and we have an agreement.
Yeah.
If this is what you want to do, we can make that happen. But you can't have me fall in love with you and you just dip on me.
Yeah.
Bro, I was in a dark place. So I started writing them songs. man.
Lelo.
Do you have any like lyrics that you kind of written that kind of like tell about that moment?
Rise early with the fog in my eyes. I used to drive with my left and my hand on your thigh. Replace that feeling, ain't that appealing? I got the bait, but I ain't reeling. And you got me sitting here drunk as fuck. Yeah, I'm in my feelings. Yeah, I'm in
Damn.
my feelings.
Like that, he knew it.
But how
Yeah.
you fall in
And I know
love
you-
with somebody in 2 months though?
Come on, this is
That's
college,
the,
bro.
That's the 50% the simp right there. That was the simp.
Yeah, that was the simp half.
That was the simp.
Mm.
Like I was like, if
Maybe
I
it was like
get-
65, like
65% simp.
35
The
back then.
proportions were a little off.
Yeah, he shaved off a couple percent since then.
Yeah, the proportions were a little off in the moment. I would say. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's like the
But-
best catalyst for a good song? Like feeling depressed for heartbreak?
Well, no,
I think so, personally.
I think so. I think that any type of like intense feeling is good for writing a song, right?
Even like
that's-
being pissed off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think anything, because that's what you're trying to do with people with music. That's what I'm trying to like hone in
Yeah,
on. To, is,
trying to
like,
get
make people
emotions.
Feel. You're
Yeah.
trying to draw emotion out of
Definitely.
people, make people feel certain things that they felt before, or they want to feel. You know what I mean? So-
I actually rated your Twitter. I think one of the tweets that you said was, "In the midst of moving out of my apartment, and I am writing the best music. I write the best in chaos and uncertainty."
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's like actually true though, because like I feel like when you're like don't know what's going on, that's when like inspiration strikes. Like I write the craziest stuff while I'm driving.
Yo.
Really?
Like,
I think the craziest thoughts when I'm driving too.
Like my mom is pissed. I have a car that can like partially self drive, so I'll be on the highway just bah, 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 bah.
Really?
Like just literally like I just let the chaos go around me and I just like boom, just going. Because
Whoa.
I don't know what it is about being in like a chaotic state or just like
You can't overthink it.
yeah,
There's too
like,
much going on.
There's so much going on that you let your subconscious just take over, and that's when the words just flow for me, for some reason. Like that moment when I was moving out, I started a new job. The girl I was talking to for a whole year, literally just left and moved to a different state. Like everything, like the rug felt like it was pulling from underneath me, but like I was still just like, whew, like even keeled and just writing the best music ever. And that's working on our project 7 Stages, which is that's coming up.
Nice,
but,
yeah. A lot of people don't think that though. Like a lot of people think that like when they're at the most ease and the most comfortable, the most calm, like that's the best time. Like I think I talked to a lot of artists and they said like when in the shower they get the best ideas. But you're saying that like when you're in chaos and when you're like under pressure, you get your best ideas and you get your like that's when you start writing in that moment.
Yeah, like literally, in a meeting, if I'm talking to somebody, I'd be like, "Shut up, turn off the music." I'd be like,
I got an idea. Shut up.
I'd be like, "Shut up, turn off the music. Be quiet."
Yeah.
And I just start typing. Like that's how I get possessed, bro. I remember one time I wrote the fucking song. I wrote Uno Out in 10 minutes while I was at work. The whole song.
The best work gets done is like that, where you don't think about it, you
Right.
just go.
God
let
overtakes.
me give you another example. This is one of my favorite songs I've written, and like just like how spare of the moment I wrote it. I was on the train, red line, headed home to Ashmont over on Argyle Street.
Shout out to Ashmont.
Shout out to Ashmont.
Those were the days.
Yo. Headed back from work. I was working at, I think, Northeastern at the time. I was working and doing some admin stuff. But I was headed back on the train, and we were stuck at the stop for like 10 minutes. I'm sitting there. I see somebody get on the train, and I can just see, I'm a car away from her. I see her get on, and she just looked like she had one of this like most rugged dispositions on. Like she was like not having it. Nobody can talk to her. Nobody can, just callous completely. Her whole person. And I'm like,
Woman? It was a woman?
It was a woman, yeah. And she was wearing scrubs. And I wrote the song Heartbreak Flu about her because I was like, she's a giver, not a taker, a fixer, not a breaker, but who gonna take care of you? Nope. Because she going to work taking care of other people. She's like, she ain't taking care of herself.
Right,
not taking care of her own well-being.
Was this during the pandemic too, or before?
No, this is way, bro. This is
I'm
way.
saying that they would go through
that
it.
matters, yeah.
No, this is way back.
And so you're saying that you didn't know this person, you just saw them on the train, right? But you're able to like make characters and you're trying to put yourself in their position and what they're like kind of maybe going through.
Yeah,
That's dope. You're telling a story.
Yeah, I'm telling a story,
Right.
and I think honestly, I think it was a true one. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I think
Possibly it was, yeah.
Tell.
I like, and that the thing about the imagery for me, I could still remember like she had a Native American woman tattooed right here. She had long brown hair. She had blue scrubs on. She probably wore size 11.
Shoes? Wait.
11 shoes. Yeah.
Like a men's size?
No. Probably like 11 women's. No,
Okay.
11
Okay.
women's. Yeah, 11 women. She's
nine,
probably
yeah.
about 5'11", 5'10". I just like I had the image in my head, and when she came in, I was like, damn, she been hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like it looked like I can feel it. And I was a train car away, and I wrote like one of the things about it. The song name before we changed it was Stained Glass, because I was looking through. I don't know if y'all know the red line, those stained ass panels between the train. Yeah, like that's like I incorporated imagery from the thing. And I wrote that song, and probably a record. The first verse I probably wrote that in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that was on the train, or you just
On the
wrote
train.
It? Oh,
I wrote
yeah.
it on the train, like in the second.
Is that often how you find your inspiration? Do you find it like just going out and watching people, or what else do you find like inspiration through?
Life experiences, bro. Like honestly, like I'm not one of those people that kind of just like develop a sound and just stick with that sound throughout their whole career. I'm like a person that I write based on the mode I'm in, if that makes sense. So like absent, I was in a moody state, I was in heartbroken, all that stuff. Present is like, you notice like my whole disposition changed when I started writing present. Like
Yeah, it's like a fresh air. Like,
yeah,
it's
I was
like
like
you open the window.
I was like fresh air, just like real, like I was controlling the narrative. It felt like, you know what I mean? I was taking control of like relationships, life, all that stuff. And then with Bean, I feel like the next project I kind of did that again, and just like I was in a mode where I was like, I'm gonna boss up and do my shit. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, type shit. And that's kind of like I embodied it because that's what I was going through. That's how I was feeling as my person. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
As his friend outside looking in, how would you describe his creative process?
Oh man, I like the way he works because he's not the type of rapper that's just gonna spit a 16 of just like, one-liners, He tries to make songs. So like there's an idea, there's a thought behind it, right? When we go into sessions now, I don't like, the first thing I ask is like, what kind of mood are you in? Because I'm gonna make something that will bring out whatever's it like bothering him or not bother, or whatever he's excited about, whatever he's about that day. I want to make an instrumental around that because then that'll get the story out, So I like working with him because he's the song. There's always intention behind it, and he cares as much as I do. That's the biggest thing for me, is finding people who are like as passionate as I am about it. So it's just it's a good match. So yeah,
Aligning intentions.
facts.
Yeah, the tensions are everything.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about the whole situation, because it almost like people be asking, oh, you don't go to therapy, I mean, like, yo, this is my therapist right here. He comes in, he's like, how you feeling today? I'm like, this is how I'm feeling.
That's pretty dope
baby.
right there, yeah.
Like, that's how I'm feeling. Let's make it. You know what I mean? And that's
I
where
love that.
I like literally have my session on the track. So that's kind of how I treat it.
How did you kind of like own your sound? Like even find your sound?
Don't pretend. Like when I was writing those songs about heartbreak, I wasn't trying to pretend like that girl didn't rip my shit out my chest. I was just being myself.
You was really feeling that.
I was really feeling that, and I'll let you know. Like I'll let you know. Like it's on there. You could read the transcript, sir. You can read it. Like that's there. Like when I was writing that present, I was feeling that. You want to roll with me? High heels, but she's never low key. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like that's how I was feeling, because I was like, I was embodying it. That's why I think that's the best way to do it. Just, like your sound should transform, but like people make it where it's like marketable, where it's like, oh, this person has to be this gangster rapper all the time. This person has to be this heartbreak all the time. No, we're people. We change. We shift. We look at things differently based on what we've been through, and we go through situations. Like that's how I would think about it. If that makes sense.
That song right there. She wanna roll with me, high heels, but she's never low key. Was that about a certain situation, or was that just kind of like what was that song about?
This girl I was talking to in Cali. I see.
It's always Cali.
Yo,
She Latina too?
No, she's from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
She's so tying us all in. So my videographer thought this shit would be funny. She was white.
Okay.
And I don't know if you saw the video or not, but I was falling into the back of the car at my minivan at one point.
Yeah.
And like he did the get out scene, because he knew I was dating a white girl, because he thought it should be funny.
Yeah.
And he edited that shit in there. I didn't tell him to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him to do that.
To creative freedom.
Dude,
That's
I
dope.
was like, yo, I just sent him the footage. He's like, perfect. He saw that, and he's like, he just sent me back an LOL, and just like, That's all he sent me back for like 2 weeks. And,
Yeah.
and he sent me back that. And I tell you, we just died laughing because
It's funny.
I appreciate people just like taking creative freedom with shit and
Hell
just,
yeah.
like, do stuff. But
How speaking of that, how was it like building a team? Like, or do you have a team right now?
like
Well,
producer
of course, it's a
team,
team.
like like in terms of, I think I'm still in the process of building that team. Like producing team, like Sean, he ain't going nowhere, bro. Like great, like one of the best producers I work with. And in terms of visuals, I kind of just like my visual team. My boy Jordan, he has an eye for creative, like capturing a video. I want to stick with him. He doesn't do any editing, but I have my guy in California that does all the editing. So I kind of found like my sweet spot, I think, in terms of who I work with. And then of course my boy Garrett, he does all the animated visuals, and he's like one of my guys. And then Zach, one of my boys from way back, like we used to play ball against each other in high school. Like I work with him on the project, and yeah, we just found like a sweet spot and a niche like that fit for us. And like I think the people that I'm working with, they're bringing out the best in me, so I like that, you know.
No, that's dope as hell.
Yeah, but I'm
What is your
definitely-
niche?
My niche is just
Yeah.
being real.
What did you go to college for?
Me, I went to college for being a baller. No, I'm just
Boy.
kidding. No, I went to school for construction management.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you go to school for?
Computer science.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
Damn. So what? Construction
Cause I
management.
be trying to build up these women, bro.
Yeah, I'm dead.
That's how it goes.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh man.
So that heartbreak was that? Is that what made you wanna?
Nah, man. I grew up in a house with two sisters.
Yeah.
Two older sisters that would come in. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think that's where it comes from, like that, in a single mom. So I think that's where that part comes from. But
Were you able to talk to them when your heart was broken? Did you like, yo, sis, my heart was broken? They were like, yo, get over it, nigga.
No, I'm grown. Like that, we don't talk like that. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I was like they older than me, so like they got their own lives. They got
Yeah.
kids, they got families and shit. So yeah,
Can
I
you-
kind of just internalize. And I don't like honestly, bro. I don't like talking to people about stuff. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like I bottle that shit up. I'm not gonna lie, but
it comes out in the music.
exactly.
Shout out to
Like
bottling things up.
vulnerable.
Don't get that.
Shout out to
Shout out to
I'm
politics.
sorry.
Like, fuck that.
I want to ask you about like past projects you've done, things that you've kind of like accomplished as an artist. How many projects have you put out? I know you have like mad songs on your YouTube that I've seen.
Yeah. So we got Absent, we got Present, we got
Bean. Right, bros.
Right Bros,
Amber's project.
Amber's project.
Right Bros is coming out, right? That's what we're gonna talk about later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right Bros is coming out soon. It's actually one track is actually dropped today. So.
If someone was getting to know you as an artist, what would you kind of like have them listen to, and then like tell them like this is what it's about?
I would probably do that song about the girl on the train. I'd probably do that song Heartbreak Flu, cause like
Heartbreak Flu.
yeah, cause I think that's the song that kind of just like puts you into the eyes of the storytelling mode, but also like if you want to just hear me rap, I don't even know like some people just like going to listen to music just for bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understand that, and I kind of don't give a fuck. But like I'll give you a couple of those. I forget like what songs are those that are of mine? Like
Fresh Prince of Boston is what comes
Fresh
to
Prince
mind.
of Boston for sure. Uno Out. Yeah, just like a couple songs here and there that just like are those types that just bar out. But like I like writing songs that are about something I want to talk about. If that makes sense.
Which I feel like isn't always super common. I've noticed some people do it, but like especially like with hip hop artists I work with, a lot of people do just want to. We'll just give you a verse, right? They don't even know what it's for, where it's going. But like that's again like
Yeah.
he's making a song. You know, it's not like it's not just a verse. You know, so that's
It's like
why.
a story.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why
Those are the best, and I feel like those what make like a good rapper. A good rapper is a rapper that tells a story. Like I'll hear a song, I'll hear like a hip hop song, and it'll be like the main rapper rapping the song, and then it'll be somebody doing a verse, but the verse has nothing to do with the song.
you can tell when it's just so out of
Yeah.
place.
It's like, why did you say that?
Right.
You just fucked up the song.
Like you interrupted a good song I was
Right.
listening to. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And honestly too, like I like to listen to the beat too sometimes, sometimes I like matching what the beat gives me too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
the beat gives you an energy. You're
Right.
like, I gotta give it what it deserves.
Yes.
Because sometimes he gives me beats, and I'm like, yo, the story I wanted to tell is not gonna work for this.
Right.
I gotta scrap that and
Yeah.
write something specifically for this.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I like about his beats. They're not like just like boom, bam. It's like typical 808 type shit. They like take you on a journey. I feel like they give you that space to tell a story. That's what I've noticed.
I love that. I've been listening to a lot of music that has no words, and I love that type of music. One of my favorite artists is Tom Misch, and a lot of his music is literally just straight up beat. But when you listen to it, you could like visualize what like what the video would be, or like what he would say if you're like in tune, or like you're driving and like you just kind of just let the song flow to you. But yeah, I completely understand. Even like when I do makeup, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I have a vision for what I want to do, but then I pick an outfit and I'm like, nah, you gotta this makeup has to go with this outfit. It all just has to flow. And you can tell when it does, and you can tell when it doesn't. It speaks to you. You gotta be open to receiving it though. A lot of people got a lot of blocks going on.
People
and they're not open to it.
Yeah, people be very closed-minded and like,
Yeah.
I have this idea, so I'm gonna do it this way.
Right. It's like, no, just be open to different types, different variations.
And to like what you were saying about listening to music without any words, that actually was something for me that changed like probably within the last year, where when I started making beats, it was just trying to make like a coherent thing that someone could put vocals over. But then after a while, now that I'm starting to get more confidence, like there's no words on this, but I want to make you feel something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to make something that just makes your head nod. I'm trying to portray like a feeling or some sort of thing that you'll take away from it, because that's what will get people pulled in, you know?
Right. That emotion, man. You can get that emotion. And honestly, that's kind of like a low-key great like marketing technique. Like if you think about it, that's one reason why people share videos. It's like it got them to feel in a certain type of way.
Exactly. Like especially in being like artists that are still like, you know, trying to find their way. That's the thing I see people doing the most wrong, is just telling people, hey, check out my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
a call to action with no kind of pulling at no story, no theme, no emotion.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta pull to people's like heartstrings a little bit. Yeah.
You literally do. Like you gotta think like, what's in it for me,
and
or what's gonna be in it for them.
What makes it twice as hard too is that people's attention spans even quicker. So
Ooh,
I gotta
damn TikTok.
Exactly. So I gotta make you feel something in under 2 seconds because you're scrolling. You know,
it's crazy.
It's insane.
It is so crazy. That is very true.
Yeah.
Do you write your own treatments for your videos, or do you kind of give it to your creative videographer, and you guys go at it?
Are you talking about like for like the video layout,
or however you want to do your
structure
videos?
So, honestly, I've been getting to more of the directing side of things, like trying to like lay out a script for everything. I've been trying to get into more of like a directing type of thing, to like write the scripts a little bit. Like I recently wrote a script for Right Bros, and that's going to be dropping when the full project drops. But I think it's more. Because when I see a song, I see the visuals and everything for it already. Like I told Sean this a while back. I'm like, we do this song, and I'm like, I already got the video in my head.
That's what's up. You ain't wasting no time.
Like I see it. Like obviously I don't have a budget to do every fucking thing,
right?
But I got it already up here.
Yeah.
Like so that's the way I think when anytime I'm making a song, anytime I'm making anything, I already got the marketing plan and everything.
And sometimes I gotta reel them back in, like, yo, let's just finish this verse before we move on to the music video. You know?
Are you part of that process too? When we talk about videos, do you kind of like put your 2 cents in? Like, yo, I think
no, I let him do that thing. Like, it's an interesting relationship, right? Because it's like, I you know, at a certain point, it's his song. That's how I feel about it, right? I am a caveat to whoever artist I'm working with to just make whatever is in their head like out on track. So
so if you look at it like this, so he's the doctor delivering the baby. Once he delivers the baby, it's like it's your baby now.
Okay.
True. That's actually facts.
Yeah. See, the analogy.
That's what's
like
up.
that's
like, all right, you raise it.
Yeah, exactly. I got
Honestly.
it out safely. Nah, you take care.
Because by the time the songs, because I engineer too, so by the time the song's done, I've heard it 500 times. I'm like, it's all yours now. I'm gonna do another
Bro,
song.
take the baby. Get it away from me.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because also, if I keep listening to it after it's done, I'm like, I gotta go back and change. Just,
Right.
You just gotta let
The
it go.
artistry.
It's
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
You know.
Completely understand.
Go on.
So
do what you want.
yeah, I've been anytime we film or do anything, like in terms of like type of videos, like roll with me, fun. I just want to have fun. Just capture the fun, make the video. Revenge, capture the gutter, the grittiness, and record it and capture it. But now I think I want to be more intentional in like storytell in the videos. So I want to like write scripts and like make sure people are captivated. So that's what I'm working on. So.
How would you guys describe your your studio sessions? Do you guys, is it just you guys, or do you have groups of people with you? Is it kind of like is it serious, or is it kind of like you guys are just joking? Or like how does your studio sessions go?
So it's like
Anyone can come through.
Somebody can come through, but like it's like literally like a therapy session. When we have our best stuff, I feel like it's just us two usually.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, usually, because like I feel like people put on charade and like fake themselves around other people. Like, and I don't even want to subconsciously do that, but sometimes
It happens. Yeah.
Exactly. So like I just try to make sure 100% me. Yeah.
I didn't know this until I started again, just branching out, working with other people, that the energy in a room matters so much.
Yo.
It's so important.
Energy is highly transferable.
It really is.
You don't even realize that you copied somebody else's energy.
And it's like, it's weird because it's like, especially people who maybe are new or haven't been around that much, they might be nervous, so like that energy might bleed. So that's why I'm lucky enough now that I've been doing this long enough for like I go in any session where I'm like, all right, like I know what I'm confident. So I'm not gonna ruin the vibe or anything like that. But anybody's welcome to come through and get on the mic.
I think now that we've established ourselves and our sounds and like what we want out of a session, we don't care who comes through. You know what I mean? That makes sense?
Is it sometimes that like when you have certain people that come through, you get a different you get a different vibe, you get different energy.
100%.
Maybe you're able to make different things. And then when you're by yourself,
it depends on the session too, because sometimes sessions will just be like beat making, but then other times, like if we'll be at the Record Co., which is like down the street from here.
Oh yeah, I've
honestly.
been there a few times.
Yeah, if we're like recording, like that's time we take. Like, all right, we know we're just recording vocals, and when it's like when there's more people, it makes it like a party atmosphere, and it gets better takes out of people for sure.
That makes sense.
Like, cause I'm real performative, and he knows it's like
So you
anytime
get the energy.
anytime we get a crowd, let's get it. Like,
Yeah. He loves
it's like I literally fucking turn on another level, and he
Good vibes.
he says this one phrase that gets me going. Say that shit.
It's the funk switch.
The funk switch.
It's the funk
Because
switch.
sometimes
The
when
funk
people
switch.
start on the mic, especially if they have their stuff, they're like reading off their phones. And I'm like, yo, put your phone down, turn on the funk, like let me hear you, just like let it come,
Right,
like
let
let
it
it come
flow.
out.
Let
you
Let me
know?
see that funk switch.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said, turn on the funk switch. That's it.
And honestly,
yeah.
That's what's up.
it'll get to a point where I'll have to, at a certain point, I'll have to tell people like, yo, like if you haven't practiced your verse, like don't, and you want to, like don't even come through, like because there's nothing worse when someone doesn't have the verse down and trying and just 4 hours, like
And you're trying to
2
do it on the
hours to
spot.
get a
Wasting
verse,
time,
you know,
right.
it just brings
Yeah.
everything down. So
Yeah.
like when he's ready to go and we have a crowd of people, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
So you never had that problem with them. You never came and you were just like, yo, I kind of wrote this verse down, but
Well, he's got the special privileges because it's his studio right now.
Gotcha.
So.
okay.
No. There's definitely been moments where I come in, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a one take type of person. Like
One take Drake.
Yeah, I'm not taking one take Drake, but like I definitely want to hear it, listen to it, because I feel like there's moments where you can like just like listen to his mixes. There's like, oh, I wish I could interject a little more emotion into that, or wish I could make that a little more monotone, or just like make everything sound like you want it to. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like people forget that our voices are instruments.
Right.
See how I just did that?
Seriously.
That was nice.
So you see,
That was nice.
Instruments. It brings people in. It makes people realize that what we do actually has value and meaning, and it makes people feel a little bit different. You know, it's like has to take you on a journey, has to take you through a process to make you feel a certain way.
Very true.
And we gotta take a second and remember that. As artists, we not just on here just the drill, shoot niggas up and kill.
Yeah.
Come on this bitch and pop a pill.
But that music's pretty good too, though.
No,
Yeah,
no, facts. No, I still need to get on it. I still need to get out the office and kill some shit. You know what I mean?
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
On that note, we're about to take a slight break, and then we'll be right back.
Real slight.